We're live.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
Oh, hey. Oh. He was just so handsome, he wanted to get back on.
He had to come back.
Okay, so my hairdresser didn't show up, so I got to do it here.
Stashnet said she was ready for some TED Talk. I didn't think about that.
I didn't either.
All right. Good one.
Is that here yet?
That is not here yet.
What?
That is not here yet.
Hello.
He was waiting for you, Pete.
Hello.
He's got YouTube on right now, and he's looking for you.
Oh my god.
He's like, I'm not getting on unless freaking Pete's on there.
Did I do this again today?
What'd you do?
What?
Hi, Junebug.
Did you mute me?
No.
Of course.
You should have
I
muted
mean, no.
For what? Oh, you're talking? No, you muted yourself.
I know, but I was muted good because I had the friggin' just like I did last night, only not as bad as last night, I guess.
No, you muted yourself, so you're good.
Hi, Junebug.
No.
Hi, Stashnet.
No matter what, Saboteur, this will not be the last season. That's the beauty of this. We don't have a network. We don't have any of that BS.
Maybe Ted McGinley will see this and be like, you know what? I want to be part of this show.
I wanna.
That'd work.
I'm struggling here. I'm struggling.
Or it could be copyright strike, monetize. Come on.
Well, here, let's see if I can screw us on that real quick. I hate when they rename things. Let's see what we got here. You know what? Do I have to do this from a different computer when I do this?
I missed Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes is here. How did I miss you?
Hey, Michael.
No, I don't.
Television gamer. Right on.
Am I doing it? I'm doing it. Here it is.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this. Oh, do I have to go back to it and do that? That's what I need to do. All right, here we go. Now, I said, here we go.
About Wayne Stock, very exciting. We'll be back with more right after Pig Sports. Right now, it's 16 minutes past the big hour. Is that not right, Mr. Scream? Great. Good. I think people are getting really cranked.
Please tell me that was the only scene he was in, because that's awesome.
No, he was in one right before that, because Harry Shearer's name was what? Do you remember? Handsome Dan. And so they come into the studio, and Ted comes out, and they go, "Hey, Handsome Dan," and he's like, "I'm not Handsome Dan."
But after that, are you really cranked?
Are you? Who isn't cranked after that? That was.
I mean, that's right up there with Good Morning Vietnam. Right there, Robin Williams. Just right up there.
Lance had a good question. What's the last thing you've seen Ted McGinley in?
I have to ask Mama C. I've been saying I saw him in something just last week, and he looked very similar, except for didn't look any older. He just had dark hair.
Dark, yeah.
It was the show she was watching. I don't know what one it was.
I was just reading. He's in that new show that's current on Apple TV, Shrinking. And I think he's in every episode because he's been in 9 of them. I don't know how many there's been. It can't be that many.
And you said that he has worked steady every year.
Yeah, he started in 80 on Happy Days, and he has worked. I looked. There was no gap. He's worked every single year, and he did several projects. Like he would overlap too.
Let's
so
see.
He's doing pretty well for himself, I would say.
I would say yes.
Here,
Absolutely.
I found an article: 5 things you don't know about Ted McGinley. He took Brooke Shields to the prom in 1982.
What?
Oh, cool.
You know what? I didn't know that.
I had no idea. Screen debut on Happy Days.
I think people forget how big Brooke Shields was, especially back then.
Well, she's got a series now. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, there's a series going through her career, and we watched the first episode the other night. It's very good. It's sad, you know. When you look back on this stuff, you know, it can be sad because just, you know, the crap that people thought was okay, or, you know, it's kind of like when well, I mean, I've talked about it before with Jimmy Savile, you know, and the things that people aren't going to say because they think, well, this is just the way it happens, you know. And it's just sad.
Oh, the Muppet Show. Yeah, Ted McGinley was not on the Muppet Show, was he? That was mainly 70s, wasn't it? And then early 80s.
70s,
Oh.
early 80s.
Okay, so here, let me see if I can get a better shot of this here.
Yeah, you know you're a big thing when you're on the Muppet Show back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Okay, here. All right. See if I can, or maybe this. Gosh, every time you think you find a good picture, there's a different one.
But yeah, the Muppet Show, it didn't matter if you were an actor or in a band. I mean, anybody was in that. And they kind of worked you in. Like, I remember they had Buddy Rich and a drum off against Animal.
Really?
Battle
yeah, that's
of
right.
the drummers.
That is hilarious.
That's pretty epic.
Let me see if
There
I
goes
can,
your mic, Pete.
Oh. In stereo. Hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
You should pick up an old mic that's not even hooked up and just sit it right next to Coco.
So I wonder what season he started on Love Boat, because I'm in the midst of I am in the midst of it currently, and season 4 is where I am.
I don't know. He was on from 83 to 87.
Yeah, it says 60 episodes, so that's what, probably 3 seasons?
Yeah, he was the ship's photographer. So
Ace Covington. That's where Ace came from. Because I told Zelia we were going to be talking to Ted McGinley, and she goes, "Oh, Ace." I'm like, who's Ace?
Ace? Who's Ace?
That was his name on Love Boat. I didn't know that. I think I had bailed from Love Boat before he even got on there because I didn't realize he was on there.
Yeah. It's after Julie was gone. Is this one photo I'm checking out?
I read somewhere where he was the purser, but now you're saying he's the photographer.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Huh.
No, IMDb has both. Ship's photographer, then it says ship's purser. It has both.
They probably Gopher
got
left
promoted.
eventually.
Gopher probably retired, so
Right.
the promotion.
Right.
Here's the most interesting credit, though. 54 episodes of Transformers.
That's pretty cool.
Who was he?
It says ship captain. Denny Clay, ship captain.
Ship captain.
That wasn't that long ago. 2014 to 17.
Let's see, we're looking that up. Transformers, Robots in Disguise cartoon.
Yep.
Ship's captain.
The voice of the ship captain.
Pete, you look pretty excited.
Yeah. Ted McGinley was in the John Larroquette show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
For 2 different phases of it, right?
It just says 3 episodes, so
Just 3.
Yeah, because it said he was in from like the earlier 90s and then later on back in the later 90s.
Well,
I was surprised. I think that ran for like 4 or 5 years, didn't it?
I thought it was, something like 3. We'll look it up here.
It was
Well,
more than I thought.
It said here 95 to 96 and then 97 to 98. So 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, 3 episodes.
the credits are amazing.
Next to steady work from 80. That's impressive.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Bucky Duval. What is it? Duval? Dr. Bucky Duval and Young Doctors in Love in 82. He was himself in Troop Beverly Hills.
That was a Shelley Long movie, wasn't that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyle D.E. Roche and Physical Evidence in 89. Blue Tornado. I'll have a blue tornado.
That's where I sent. I couldn't
Without
send him a
you.
message because he doesn't take messages, but I tagged him twice, and Pat tagged him once. So, but
So
I think
he's had every opportunity. He doesn't know what he's missing.
But I
Right?
think it was something like he joined Twitter in 2017, and I think he made one post that first day, and I don't think he's done anything else since. So I'm guessing he doesn't check his Twitter.
He was Thornton Blake the Fifth, Uncle Thorny, in Scooby-Doo: Curse of the Lake Monster.
Thorny Thornberry was the next door neighbor of Ozzie and Harriet Nelson,
Wow.
played by the same actor who was the dad in Hazel.
Huh. Well, now I got to look up Ozzie and Harriet because I know he was on Love Boat.
And on Hazel, I think it was Hazel. I think there was a guy who was behind the scenes, and his name was literally Bud Weiser, which is awesome.
Why?
That is awesome. Going through he had 3 roles on Married with Children: Jefferson Darcy, Norman Jablonski, and Prince Paco.
Prince Paco. That'd be great to walk up to him and say, "Oh, Prince Paco, could you sign this for me?"
That is
Heck, I've never
fantastic.
seen him anywhere else before.
What do you think he would say? Yes or no?
It would be like seeing Jack Nicholson and walking up to him and say, "Oh, I love that episode you did on Andy Griffith's show. Can I get your autograph?"
Oh,
Did you do anything else?
Yeah, what happened to you after that? Bud Weiser was a producer on Who's the Boss? Wait a minute, Who's the
that's
Boss
fantastic.
was in the 80s, and Hazel was what, 50s or 60s?
Yeah.
It's got to be the same guy. He must have been up there during Who's the Boss?
Did you know Jack Wagner was on The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet?
Jack Wagner.
Yeah.
Well, like a little kid?
Power up time.
I guess.
Because that's, I mean, Ozzie and Harriet's really old. You're talking about most of the 50s and early 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, Coco. Look at Coco.
Coco. Coco's like, pour me some, Dad. Jeez. That's mine, right? Give it to me. Don't drink my beer, you dick. She's like, bitch, please.
I like that Salvatore remembered Bud Weiser from Who's the Boss. That's no crazier than me remembering Bud Weiser from Hazel.
Did you show this one? So, are you talking about? Is she talking about Gopher?
I don't know.
Became a politician. Did anyone ever?
What's
like,
Pure
Ted
Flicks?
do this? Doing movies for some Pure Flicks or something regarding wholesome movies. Oh, well, there you go.
I've never heard of that.
Evercade EXP just got an update.
Yep, new game of the month is out.
Just downloaded it. Oh no, Ted. Okay. Well, I mean, it kind of looks that way. I mean, yeah. So I look forward to catching up with him when he gets to Love Boat. I look forward to him joining us tonight.
Preacher before becoming an actor, really?
Wow.
That's interesting. Okay.
We should have Stashnet on the show. She knows a lot about Ted McGinley.
Right?
What else you got, Stashnet?
Well, she must have read that 5 Things article about Ted.
Those weren't even on there, though. He was the captain of his USC water polo team. How about that?
Wow.
It's awfully cruel to the horses.
Well, not many made it.
Oh, was he in Pearl Harbor?
He's
He
not
played
that
an
old.
army major in Pearl Harbor.
He's not that old.
Huh?
The Ben Affleck movie? I don't remember him.
Yeah, it was. That movie's it's already 12 years old.
So he was in a TV movie called The Bridge, and then the next year he did another TV movie called The Bridge Part 2.
Yeah, those were on Hallmark. I remember seeing bits and pieces of those about saving a bookstore.
Hallmark. Hallmark.
Which one was first?
Which one was first?
The Bridge.
Oh, just checking.
I remember seeing another Hallmark movie. Was it Rescuing Madison, where he played the dad, and the wife was Sherilyn Finn who was in Twin Peaks.
Mhm.
Wow, Ted really got it. Okay,
He did get around. He's all over the place.
he voiced
Yeah.
Aquaman in Batman: The Brave and the Bold cartoon. One
I
episode.
love that cartoon.
Really?
That's one of my favorite cartoons.
What
2011.
actor from Happy Days took him under their wing and they're great friends?
Henry Winkler.
Yeah,
That's my
you'd think
guess.
so.
That's my guess. Because
You know,
Henry Winkler is that kind of guy.
You know, it's not that
I
Marion
can see
Ross.
that.
Yeah, I did read something where he said he was kind of embarrassed on Happy Days because that was his first acting job, and he said he just didn't know what he was doing at the time. So we had to learn on the job.
Learn on the fly. So wait
They
a
also
minute.
starred together in Love Boat. Boy,
He and Henry Winkler?
I don't know. She hasn't said.
Oh, that was the thing. I'm sorry. I'm looking
the
at some of
teaser.
his TV stuff. So now here's what's got me confused. So Revenge of the Nerds 3 was a television film?
Wait, it was Marion Ross. I made a smart ass comment. I was like, you know, it's not that Marion Ross.
She's that kind of person too.
She
Very
is.
nice person. Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tom
And
Bosley
she's
died,
been
right?
on the Love Boat.
Yeah. Quite a while ago. Yeah.
I have seen her on the Love Boat.
Oh, that's right. Crystal Bernard was on Happy Days, wasn't she? Towards the end.
Right.
And
Yes.
she was that the same actress from Wings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually watched an interesting video about her a little while ago because, yeah, she was everywhere for a brief period there. Then she just disappeared. It talked about where she went afterwards, and she got into religion and is off doing something else now too. You know, nothing to do with Hollywood. It's kind of interesting the way people go, right?
Well, the more we hear about Hollywood, it's not hard to understand people doing that.
Why they want to get out of there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can
And
see that.
and turn it all around because it's horrible. I always think of the Capitol from Hunger Games whenever I think of Hollywood, just where people are doing silly crap and leading fake lives. And
Henry Winkler's a Chiefs fan. Where's Henry Winkler from?
wait, what'd you just ask?
Where's Henry Winkler from? Because PJ just said that he's a Chiefs fan.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Salvatore said that. Let's see. Where's Henry Winkler from?
born, let's see, New York.
Huh. Well, how are you becoming a Chiefs fan?
I don't know. Family history, Winkler's parents, German Jews living in Berlin during the rise of Nazi Germany in 1939.
Talking about bad timing.
Yeah.
Holocaust. Winkler later said at that time, my father Harry told my mother Ilsa that they were traveling to the U.S. on a brief business trip. He knew they were never going back. He had told my mother that they were leaving Germany for good. She might have insisted on remaining behind with her family. if you'd have told her. Many in their families who stayed. Okay, all right, okay. West side of New York, Manhattan. It says nothing about Kansas City.
Do you remember Henry Winkler on Mary Tyler Moore Show? He was on
No.
one episode. Mary had a dinner party.
I thought she had a little lamb.
And everybody was there sitting at the table. And Rhoda brought a date, and it was Henry Winkler. But there wasn't enough space to sit there. So remember at the sliding door she had way up top, there was like a little tiny table. Well, that's where he sat.
Oh no.
Dinner. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh man. I just remember seeing him in Night Shift and going, whoa, what is going on here? This guy is so just you know,
what was that?
Mild mannered.
I think we mentioned that story about with him and Sylvester Stallone. They were good friends before Stallone hit it big. And what was it?
The rights to Rocky.
Yeah, he was trying to get Rocky made, and I think he was getting turned down. And wasn't it Henry Winkler who convinced somebody?
Henry Winkler took it to ABC. They agreed and paid for it. And when he went to go get Winkler went to go give the good news, hey, we sold your script to Stallone. He was like, no, that won't work, because it was a project. Stallone wanted it to be the project for him. You sell it to a network, they've got their own people in mind, their own studio. So Henry had to go back and get, return the money, get the rights back for the script, to give it back to Sylvester Stallone.
Wow.
And then the rest is history for the Rocky franchise.
Guess it worked for him, didn't it?
It worked.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty amazing. You turn that down, you sell a movie, and you're like, no.
And now Stallone's going to be in a reality series, The Family Stallone, featuring his 3 daughters.
Wow.
Wait, how old are his daughters?
50s.
Yeah. They don't all live together, do they?
I don't know. I just saw a commercial.
They do now.
Or a couple of days ago.
But we don't live together. Well, you do now. Get in the house.
Yes.
Well, if it worked for the Kardashians, it might work for these 3.
Cameras are rolling.
Are they still on TV? That show?
Kardashians?
I have no idea.
I've never even seen it, but I have no clue if they're still on or not.
Papa Pete.
Could I please make the statement that I have never watched a single episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians? I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of that.
Yep, I've never seen it either.
I've seen probably 10 minutes of an episode. It was on at the sprint car shop I was at. And I was like, I'm out of here.
I wasn't sure why people watch. I never heard of any of those people when the show started. It's just weird. It's like, yeah, that's it.
So here's something interesting. I was just checking out. Do you know what one of the other actors of another famous person that was already on television at this point that was considered to be the Fonz?
For the Fonz, wow.
I've heard.
And I actually met him. I shook hands with him.
Jimmy Walker.
No, I've never met Jimmy Walker. And he was never in my picture. That'd be great.
That changed the whole
show. That's a different show, man.
What's happening?
I know. Hey.
I could see that audition. Yeah, no. Next. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees was considered.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I was watching a clip of Crispin Glover on Happy Days. Really? Oh, that was okay with Ted and the Fonz. Okay. I probably wasn't watching at that point. I didn't realize Crispin Glover was on there.
Now, is that the episode? Was that after? Was it Tom Hanks was a karate man and fought the Fonz?
Tom Hanks was on Happy Days?
Yeah, he was a karate man and fought the Fonz.
What?
Now, did they do the typical thing where you never actually see any fighting?
I think there actually was play acting kind of fighting, but it wasn't a serious fight.
Remember when the Fonzie and the Big Ragu teamed up to beat up some guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Always cracked me up. They're both like, 5'4". They're like the littlest guys ever, but they're tough guys.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. Here's another little something. What learning disability did Henry Winkler find out about while he was doing Happy Days?
Dyslexia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Yeah.
During his time on Happy Days, Winkler realized he was dyslexic after his stepson, Jed, was diagnosed with his learning disability.
Very difficult thing to diagnose.
Yeah, he says previously he only knew that aspects of reading and memorizing were difficult.
I don't know if they even did anything for people back then in the 70s.
No, he probably didn't.
No, they certainly
not earlier.
Yeah.
Like the response for ADHD, the treatment was the strap.
Give him the strap.
Which is
yeah.
Wait, what was the strap? Oh. The slap strap.
The strap.
Anyway, it's the Weezer video. Buddy Holly Town is watching an episode of Happy Days.
That's a cool video. When
That's great.
You see Henry Winkler dancing.
I would say
watched video in the history of the world, as far as I'm concerned, because every copy of Windows 95 came with it.
Really?
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest.
I have.
Really?
Really? In Arnold's.
Really? If Windows 95 had that?
Windows 95 had it as one of the videos that came with it. Yeah.
Because I remember when Windows, I think it was 95, that was huge marketing campaign, and it was Rolling Stones Start Me Up.
Start Me Up.
Those
Yeah.
few riffs. And it came with Weezer.
That was actually one of the rock and roll historical moments a couple of days ago was where it was where the Stones told the Trump organization to stop using Start Me Up. I'm like, who would use that? You make a dead man come. I mean, really? Who was going to use that on a freaking camp? I mean, I get it. Everybody be like, well, if anybody's going to do it, he's going to do that. But still.
I can't believe I've never seen this Buddy Holly video.
It's great. You'll love it.
It's cool.
Yeah, there's Arnold, or not Arnold, but Al.
Big block.
Try the fish.
There's another one. Big Block Saboteur already said this is going to be our end of our seasons. No more seasons.
Yeah, enjoy the episode because I don't know if we'll be back. You never know.
I know we will. We'll at least last 4 more years. So, it's not like
Ted McGinley's on the show.
Right.
So it may have a lesser effect. I liked reading about it where people were saying, he hears it all the time about it. He's like a sitcom killer or whatever. And he said he just doesn't bother him. He doesn't really care. I was like, well, why would he care? Guy's been working nonstop.
Did the checks cash?
What?
Did the checks cash? Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yes.
He's still working.
And they come back to give him more. So,
He played a helicopter rental agent in Family Guy.
Helicopter rental.
Well, he's got the reputation of being this TV show assassin, but like, who did he replace? Like, okay, Happy Days is where most of us first saw him.
Yeah.
Ron Howard was pretty much gone, right, by then?
Yeah. I think that's what he could replace, wasn't it?
And there was probably somebody else. And then moving on to the Love Boat, he had to replace somebody, I would guess.
Yeah.
Julie, wasn't it, pretty much?
Well, Julie was replaced by another woman. I had a picture. I'll get it up there.
He replaced Gopher, right?
But then, eventually, but Gopher was on the show with him.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get this photo pulled up here in a minute.
Big Block, I draw the line at Cousin Oliver. I can't do it.
Well, that's the joke, right? The shows would bring on Ted McGinley or a kid. That was the joke. And Married with Children had both. They brought on a kid, and McGinley was already a few seasons in by then.
I don't know. Has there ever been a TV show saved by introducing a kid into the show?
No.
I don't think it's as much trying to save a show as just trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
And they've definitely stretched it maybe a season or two.
Well,
with
Jonathan Winters on Mork and Mindy.
That stretched it from a season and a half to like 2. It was a short-lived show.
It was.
What was it? Well, it was 3 or 4 seasons, right?
For good reasons.
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
4. And I would say it went downhill quickly after season 1. And I'd be willing to bet if I watched season 1 right now, I probably wouldn't like it.
I've tried.
Oh,
I don't think it doesn't look like it would hold up.
It doesn't hold up at all, no. Unfortunately, I don't find it does.
Did you at least laugh when he said Shazbot?
Not really.
Oh,
That was all the rage. I remember kids having Shazbot shirts and Nanu shirts.
which reminds me.
yeah, and Nanu, those things. Remember that as a kid?
See if I can pull this part up here too. I told you
Right on
about
my
it.
block.
They had to resort to both just to kill it off.
Well, come to find out, with Married with Children, it wasn't Ted McGinley or the kid. It was just they got rid of the creators, the show, and they start putting corporate people in mind. And you can kind of see it. If you were a fan of the show, you remember how, if you ever watched it, Kelly Bundy and her friends were always scantily clad. Then there was a change. They put more clothes on her, kind of toned down the over-the-top comedy. That's kind of what kills shows. Here we go.
Okay, so this is what I was telling you about. This is the one. You got to listen closely. That's going to be very ruckus in the beginning. So everybody just watch your ears. It's going to be a little. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Shazma. I don't know.
And there you have it.
Cool.
Shazma. I don't know. Meow.
Only 94 episodes.
But going back to Ted McGinley, most people probably from movies, Revenge of the Nerds, he was the quarterback. But I always thought as a kid, I'm like, he's like in his 30s, right? And he's kind of old to be playing a college quarterback. I mean,
well, that's like all the people that were in the movie I Was a Teenage Werewolf. I mean, you look at these, they're all high schoolers and they're all like in their 30s. You're like,
sure,
that's no high schoolers.
Look at Grease. What's that one woman's name? She had her own show for a little bit, but she was like 33 or 35 or something.
Oh,
Tucker Channing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her Bradshaw. What was favorite character? Ted Baxter from Maritime War. Oh, that was a great character.
I really want to see him on there again. I saw him on Love Boat, and there was so many tips of the hat to the character he played in Caddyshack, because he did the thing, with the eyes.
Oh, well, we're waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
That beer commercial is terrible.
Beer commercial?
They're trying to recreate Caddyshack in a beer commercial.
Oh,
yeah,
that's not good.
None of it made any sense either.
Oh, there it is. You're right. Cousin Oliver, yeah, that's
not happening.
One of the, maybe we need to have like a kid edition bracket. Talk about the cream of the crop,
like Ernie from My Three Sons.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to resign from the family. It's like, good.
Oh, we should do that though.
Good,
we should have like sidekicks
and kids they brought in.
Right. Eddie Haskell and all the, the sidekicky guys.
I vote for Janet Jackson in Good Times.
There you go. See, there's one.
She was in Good Times too, or just Different Strokes? I remember Different Strokes.
No, she was the girlfriend. She was a girlfriend in Different Strokes, but she was in Good Time.
Yeah, she was the little sister. Oh,
she was on quite a bit.
She was with the neighbor,
Time, wasn't she?
She was with the neighbor. Yeah,
she was with the neighbor, and that's the first time they had an episode where I ever heard about child abuse, where her previous the storyline was she got like burned with a iron, clothes iron,
Yeah, I
and the
remember that.
neighbor adopted her.
Wait, was it the neighbor? That woman that wrote
Velma.
Yeah.
Forget
the
her
one
name.
that wrote the Jefferson
The
theme song,
Jefferson.
right?
Yes.
Jeanette
Yes.
Dubois?
Yes.
I can't remember her name in the show, but I've seen enough Jeffersons that I know it's Jeanette Dubois.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, she was on there for a little bit.
You ever hear her story about how she came up with that song? It makes no sense whatsoever. She was working for, well, I guess she was working on, wait a minute. I guess she was doing Good Times, and she wanted to do more, and so they said we can write this theme song. But she said they didn't tell her the name of the show or anything about the show, but somehow it magically ended up working perfectly.
It was magically delicious.
I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. You just happened to write a story about people who ended up
Yeah, because the Jeffersons own like
apartment in the
laundromats and
sky.
stuff, right? Or laundry store, you know.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's like, I'm not sure I'm buying that story.
I had to give my best
It works.
Isaac to you, Pete.
Isaac.
You know, his character, in that show, he starts off really strong, and then by the fourth season, they kind of make him a bumbler. It's kind of pissing me off every time he's on camera, because I'm like, this is, it's kind of the difference between Thor in the Paramount films and then Thor in these pieces of Disney shit. It's just, you're like, that's not even the same guy. What are you doing?
Well, wasn't he the bartender? So I don't think you'd want a bumbling bartender.
No, he was. And then somewhere along the line, they just kind of made him goofy and kind of, yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Wow.
Yeah, or maybe they tricked her into writing a song because they needed an idea for a show.
Well, it doesn't say song.
Dong.
Yeah, dong. She was writing a dong.
Damn autocorrect. I understand. I go through that a lot.
We just need a short dong.
I think they should have had Isaac solving crimes on the boat. Well, that
in the one episode,
you did it.
I love Boat After Dark.
They must have changed their route or added to their route at that time for the Princess Lines or something, and then they go through the Panama Canal eventually. Once it's been so, now it's so popular and everything, and so they go through the Panama Canal in one of the episodes, and they've got Isaac's just got a book with him. He's like, yeah. Then we're going to go through, and they got a map right there. And he's like, then we're going to go through. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I get it. The fact that this is cool that he's learning all, but it's so contrived. It's so.
In all fairness, it was a bad show.
It's cringe. Well, some shows really weren't. Right now, they have Barbie Benton, and the one I'm watching now, and she's a nudist. So.
That must have been Sweeps Week.
What could we do? What could we do with Barbie Benton? Let's bring her back. What else could we do? She could be a nudist.
Was Madam ever on Love Boat?
Madam?
Waylon and Madam?
Oh God, probably. Waylon.
Oh, from their off weekends on the
I got you.
Go.
What was she in?
Well, she did have Madam had a show with Judy Landers.
Okay.
But this was after. This was
because
that puppet thing was popular way before that show.
Okay. Well,
there's so many different characters from the 70s and 80s, and I'm like, I don't understand where they came from. Like Madam, what the hell was that? And she was all over the place.
Barbie Benton is 73 now.
Oh, there you go. Madam's Place. That's right. How did she get a show? This is crazy.
Oh, there she is.
There was just nothing to watch back then, was there?
Yeah, and all 6 channels.
It's like Shields and Yarnell. How the hell did they get a show?
How in the hell did you get a show?
They just pretend to be robots for an hour. It's the weirdest thing. Madam's Place with Judy. It was Judy Landers, right? What was her sister's name?
Audrey.
Audrey.
Yeah, it was definitely Judy Landers. Lance, you might know. Didn't Judy Landers marry Niedenfuhr
That I don't know.
from the Dodgers?
Niedenfuhr.
What was his first name? Was it? No. Wait, what? That was
Look
his
this
first-
up.
Good luck spelling Niedenfuhr.
Yeah,
Might be easier
Sounds
just to check Judy Landers'
Spanish.
husband.
that's Tom Niedenfuhr.
Tom
Yes.
Niedenfuhr.
Yes. He's a lucky man.
So they were married, right?
Yes.
Did you know Barbie Benton had an album?
Nobody listened to it. They just looked at the cover.
I know I would have. Just park that one right next to the Roxy Music cover.
Yeah, if you believe doing a Google search, they're still married.
They're still married. They got married in 90 or 87, right?
87. Yeah.
Who is
and
that?
who was this?
Tom Niedenfuhr, the
Niedenfuhr.
closer for the Dodgers back like 85, 86.
And Barbie Benton?
No,
Yeah, okay.
Judy Landers.
Oh, Judy Landers. Okay.
I'm surprised she married him after that 85 series with the Cardinals. Ozzy lit him up, and then Jack Clark. Maybe she wasn't watching that then.
Well, see, I was confused because I'm looking. It says George Gradow is her husband. Did I miss something?
Nice big block.
Shields and Yarnell. That goes way back. Now I can't unforget it. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We all suppressed it for 40 years. Now it's back.
Mm.
I saw some sort of recent video on him. It was quite interesting, actually. I don't know. Maybe it was something we were talking about on here, and I went and watched it. I don't know. And Waylon Flowers, I didn't realize died in 1988 as well. Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Mm.
Like 35 years ago, he died.
Is she still alive though?
I think she's still she's waiting for that proper hand to go in the right spot.
She's sitting in the corner with a creepy look on her face.
Yeah. But also, Waylon Flowers and Madam were the ones that took over the Center Square and Hollywood Squares from Paul Lynn.
Oh, wow.
And that's when it jumped the shark.
Right before they brought in Ted McGinley.
Yeah. There you go, Salvatore. Came back to Ted McGinley. I wonder if he was ever on Hollywood Squares.
Oh, Ted? I don't know.
I think you're in his final season.
Look at this.
He took over for Rose Marie.
They just turned out the lights after the end of that show. Just shut it down. Look at this.
Oh, yeah,
They've
who's
been
that?
so much about Cavill lately, and they're talking about him being Wolverine.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Henry Superman, The Witcher.
Nope.
What? Nope.
Never seen any of it. Haven't played The Witcher. Haven't watched Superman.
I gotta remember to whom I'm speaking when I bring these things up.
He was in Frasier episode 3, season 1, episode 3.
Holy shit!
I'm so close.
He's right there.
Pete just finished The Ropers.
I did. I watched the whole thing, and I'm about 8 or 9 episodes into Three's a Crowd.
Oh my god! And you're still breathing.
So you're going from
Ropers.
Jeffrey Tambor to, was it Robert Mandan? Wow.
Robert Mandan
The
and
Ropers.
Three's a Crowd,
I would watch it too, Pete. It really wasn't. I mean, you're watching it here years later, and it's not even that bad right now. So
No, pretty funny. I gotta ask the question though, like, what is up with that orange jumpsuit?
that Roper was wearing like at the beginning of the
whole friggin' show. It's like all he wore was this like set of not coveralls. It was just like it was a friggin'
It's a freaking giant onesie.
Well, isn't that what Don
time,
Knotts' character did?
yeah.
It was a thing, I guess.
Maybe
I
they had
don't-
the same wardrobe person who thought that was it at the time. So
Yeah, the women had those one-piece outfits, and
86 or 68 Camaro was asking if that's Ted McGinley in the background. Yep. There,
that's
see,
what he said. All that.
Yeah.
He isn't that who said the thumbnail. He saw the thumbnail and figured that Stu cut his hair and shaved off his beard.
Oh, thank you. Do we
Uh,
both have blue eyes? I guess he has. Does he have blue eyes?
He probably
Well,
does in that picture, whether he does or not.
Blue eyes.
They look more green.
Baby's got blue eyes.
See, if he'd come on the show, we could ask him.
We
They look more
could.
green to me.
We could just look at him. We could just tell him to stare into the camera.
I still think Roper and Furley could have worked in a show together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Either
yeah.
Three's Company or the Ropers. You take your pick.
What was the actress that played Mrs. Roper?
Audra Lindley.
Yeah.
She's been on Love Boat
Mm.
already.
Really?
So many. She was just on. And I don't remember the comedic actor that played her husband. I don't remember his name at all. But yeah,
Shecky
He was-
Green.
she was on the one with John Aston, which was the season 2 opener. It was a 2-part. No, he's got darker hair. So does that mean he bleached his hair back then, or was it just lighter and now it's dark?
He had like, it's like it was kind of like frosted or something on this picture that we have.
Never frosted.
Look,
Never
see?
frosted. Oh yeah, there you go. So it is dark, and it is.
Yeah, he does
frosted.
have dark hair. I just he said like highlights or whatever you want to call
Yep. He's all frosted. I'd like a Ted McGinley frosted, please.
it. Oh, that'd be a fun thing. Have like a little food truck, and every item is named after an actor, but not one that you recognize right off the bat.
Yeah, you get the McGinley. Well, that might be your last day out, though.
Yeah.
Save that for retirement. Finally,
Back
with
in the
Ted
house.
McGinley.
Brassbacks here.
For the
Up
fast.
top.
What's happening?
Apparently, a big Ted McGinley fan.
I would say yes.
He was hoping for a sighting, but so far there's been none.
Yeah,
Maybe
let me check.
someday.
Let me check Twitter because he has no way to get in.
That's true.
You mean check Twitter?
Twitter. No, he has not responded.
Ah,
Well, that's disappointing.
well, it is Wednesday night. Maybe there's a church service.
I wonder what he would think if he actually saw that thumbnail. He'd be thinking, "What the hell's wrong with these people?"
What?
That's a friggin' long question.
Do they not like their channel? We're trying to sabotage our own channel.
Savitar makes a great point. He could just jump right into the chat at any time.
Oh,
He's got
Very
the
true.
link for the show.
snap. Now
Uh,
you're talking.
Now, will somebody show up as a Ted
Yeah.
McGinley alt account?
Hey, who's this guy? Oh, Savitar with all of the brilliant thoughts. Why does Donkey Kong wear a tie? And look at that.
Norman fell.
Oh,
Hey, go,
man.
go. And I'm not sure what's the other. Oh, is that? Wait, who's in the other picture? You can't see it because of the YouTube logo.
Oh, yeah. What's up with that?
That is
What was
fantastic.
the name of that cartoon?
I'm not sure.
No.
Caesar Circus or something like that, or
JWD will know. Yeah, maybe he'll copy strike us. Kurt Bradshaw's birth year had Muhammad Ali winning a boxing title.
Khrushchev falls from power to Brezhnev.
Wow.
Well, if we do the math, we can figure out how old Kurt is.
Oh, it's Burley in the other picture.
Oh,
Is it Furley? Yes, that is awesome.
JWD, did you just do this like just now?
I know, right? Oh, sorry. Whoop. Maybe Darcy's ex might have some words for Ted.
Well, Cardinals won the World Series against the Yankees in '64. So there you go.
Wow. I don't know. Okay. We need more TED info. I was going to try to find some more video stuff. Oh, he was on Psych. 6 Feet Under the Sea episode. My daughter turned me on to that show.
That's so weird. We just mentioned Roper and Furley, and you already had this going yesterday. Of course, what are the odds we would mention Mr. Roper and Mr. Furley on the show?
I don't count anything
out of 8 shows.
There you go.
Boy,
Right?
if Norman Fell was still alive, I would do everything possible to get him on the show. That would be the ultimate.
Would you sleep with him?
No.
Okay. Well, then strike that statement.
He
Now.
said possible. That wouldn't be possible.
Why
Would
aren't any
you
of these
sleep
people
with
still?
B. Arthur to get her on the show?
Why aren't any of these people still alive so we can get them on the show?
Yeah, we're Super Chicken. Oh, he's
What do I
long
do?
died. Long time ago.
So frustrating.
Now
Oh,
he's
God.
still alive.
He's still alive.
We could get him to be on the show.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we could. He's too big of a YouTuber.
It's okay, buddy. All you got to do is eat. That's it. Eat and interject statements now and
Here, we
again.
get this guy on the show.
Whoa, hey, hey. That's, I don't need you like dreaming and shooting for the stars or nothing. Take it down a notch. Papa Pete, as if.
Roman holidays. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
A Flintstone. Oh, Flintstone's knockoff. Okay.
That's right. Wow, totally forgot about that one. Oh. Yeah. That's, and also what else happened that Christmas, Kurt, that year we were born? It was the debut of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Boy, that Santa Claus really hated him.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing I noticed when Jeff and I started having our parties with all the original shows. As I'm like, good Lord, Santa's a dick.
Oh,
He
you
is
should be ashamed
horrible.
of yourself.
Not only that, they were like, some of them were bigots. They're like, geez, man.
Just like I was saying, it just tells Rudolph's dad he should be ashamed of himself for ever having Rudolph as a kid.
Right?
That's rough, man.
That's harsh.
Should be
Brutal.
ashamed of yourself. Well, I wasn't alone. Are you mad at her? I don't know. Why are you even mad? We can't do anything about it. And you're a dick. Go eat something. By the way, everyone has to wish a happy birthday. Oh, happy
Oh.
birthday.
Happy
Didn't you-
birthday.
I think she
Oh,
might be
wait.
sleeping.
She's not in the chat.
No, I think she fell asleep in the TV room because
Oh.
we went out
Watching
to
us?
eat and we came back just before the show.
'Cause I'm sure the GoGameGo Aquarium will send a birthday card.
All right, I gotta see if I can pull this up then. There you go. I'm just trying to get us booted on this one.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Will you still love me when I'm
Don't
in?
do that. I don't want that.
this is business.
Where is it?
Well, then talk to your boss.
I can't get it. I don't know where it is in there. That's so weird. So weird. A friend of mine took the day off today to get married.
Invader Game. Oh, I like that. I really
That-
like that drawing. That is awesome.
That is cool. Me likey.
Me likey.
Hair Bear Bunch, yes.
Yeah, I remember Hair Bears.
Dragon's Lair. Yep. Oh, USA cartoons. Yes. Okay, I get. That's right. That's right. Oh.
Go Game Aquarium. Reincarnated.
Oh man.
Yeah, you should have seen the look on my face when that top just broke off. Oh,
Wait a minute. What are we talking about?
Go Game Aquarium. When I was trying
Oh, okay. I was
to
like,
move him
wow.
into the dining room, and it's just so big and awkward. Just pushing it, and then the top just went shattered.
Shattered dreams.
Now wait a minute. So it's okay. So it's
No, it's fine. We just cleaned it up. No top anymore.
oh.
So the minis are all getting kind of dusty. But it's also easy just to grab it and pull them out. So it wasn't all bad news.
It wasn't all bad news. Oh crap. Hey, I was asking a student the other day, how many Batman movies there were for the NES. And they were mentioning that there was 3. So there was the one for the Batman movie, and then there was it wasn't Batman Returns, was it? But then there was another sequel. I'm just looking forward to this summer. I want to get into that first Batman game.
Oh, here you go. What is Ted McGinley's best performance?
Well, on what did he there? Yeah, Return of the Joker.
Wayne's World 2 was pretty strong. That Scream.
Return of the Joker. Yeah, that's one that he mentioned.
I know one of those. I know one of those Batman games is always listed as like one of the better games.
Batman.
Which one?
The plain Batman.
What I really want. So, Pete, if you ever bump into this one at a good price, the one I really want is for the Super Nintendo. It was the Batman animated series one.
Yeah. Dashnet's trying her hardest here to get us back to the subject.
Well, one of the nominees would probably be Major League 3. He played Leonard Huff, the coach of the Minnesota Twins.
Well, so now, can I ask my question again, though, about Revenge of the Nerds? It says 3 and 4 were made for television.
Really?
Yeah.
How many were there after 4?
I don't know.
Or was that the end of it?
Because it says in 92, he was in Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation. And then in 94, 2 years later, he was in Revenge of the Nerds 4, Nerds in Love television film.
Yeah, right. Revenge of the Nerds 3. It says TV movie.
Yeah.
Played Dean Stanley Gable. That's a name right there.
Right?
Dean. That's because he was the dean.
He was
He
the
was
dean.
Stan Gable from the first movie. He's the dean.
Yeah. And then he was no longer Dean in Revenge of the Nerds 4.
No, it's just Stan Gable. Yeah.
So, yeah. And it says 4 episodes in the John Larroquette show.
So I'm guessing Revenge of the Nerds 4 must have been it, huh? I mean, if you had to put if you had to put 3 and 4 on TV, I'm not sure what else. Maybe straight to VCS.
Yeah,
or,
VCS. That's great.
Well, let's see.
VHS.
Well, here's the plot for Revenge of the
VCR.
Nerds 4. Dudley,
Plot.
Booger Dawson is about to get married, but the father of the bride doesn't want his daughter to marry a nerd. The nerdy gang needs to set things straight once again.
I know it's shocking, but I've never seen any of those movies.
That is shocking. Oh, he was in Castle. He played Brock Harmon in an episode named after a Schwarzenegger film, Last Action Hero.
Lance, I feel like Ted McGinley could be on a movie with your name.
Uh-oh.
Ted McGinley's stars as Lance Jennings.
Oh shit.
He was in The Mentalist and Mad Men.
Ted played himself in Troop Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that? A movie?
That's a movie with we were talking about that earlier. I mentioned it earlier that it's got Shelley Long in
Shelley
it.
Long. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shelley Long and somebody else. Who was there? Somebody else was. Oh,
Yeah,
Craig T.
True
Nelson is in that. Mary Gross is in that.
I don't know why, but I always like movies or TV shows where there's a celebrity on there who's just playing themselves.
Right.
It's a random cameo, right? Let's see. You mentioned John Larroquette show. What is this? Wayne's World.
So, what was the John Larroquette show?
It was a bus station, wasn't it?
Bus station. He ran a bus station in St. Louis, actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know
It
why I
was
never
actually
watched
pretty
it.
good. I watched it for a while.
I did too.
I saw like the first few episodes and I stopped watching. It was I
Hmm.
think I'm only on episode 2.
Well, have you guys watched Night Court? The last I think it's
No,
a
I gotta
season.
watch it.
I think it's a season finale, and
Yeah.
Larroquette shines in it. And it, for
Oh.
fans of the original series, there's a nice Easter egg nod to the original series in it.
An homage, as they say.
Well, JWD, I know this is I know this is the Ted McGinley show, but I'm going with Jim J. Bullock on this one.
One has to go.
His work as Monroe Ficus on Too Close for Comfort was just brilliant.
Let me see if I can find.
By the way, sometimes I see his name Jim as just JM.
Yeah. Listen.
Yep.
Yep.
Usually
Yeah.
it's what I see.
Yeah, which I don't know what that is. It's not even a name. It's
Yeah.
letters.
Jim.
Jim.
I think Jim J was on Hollywood Squares. I think.
Yeah, like the new one, right?
John Davison one, maybe.
He took over after Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Ah, okay.
Here he is.
There's
In
Jim J. Bullock
Dynasty.
right there.
That's Jim J. Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen and I were just dancing.
You weren't just dancing with him. You were dancing with what the two of you once had together.
That's not true.
Isn't it? Look, the only thing I've got against Steven is your fantasy of him. He can't give you what you need. Face it.
Face it. I mean, wow.
Enough said.
Right?
That's a mic drop.
Wait, what year is that? What year is that from?
Face it.
Excuse me.
What year was that?
Dynasty. He was on from
probably like-
86 and 87. He was on.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably mid 86.
So he was also doing.
86.
He was
That's
also
what
doing
this
Love
says.
Boat during that time
Yeah.
and Hotel. Jeez, he was on.
He just went from one studio to the next, just went next door, did his lines, and
They may have all been on the same lot. Just going,
Mm-hmm.
All I know
got himself
is-
a little scooter and just went back and forth.
All I know is when I pull it up there and I showed that, over on the sidebar is Ted McGinley night on GoGameGo.
Nice. Did an episode of Perfect Strangers. What's that? Oh, that was Balky. Don't be ridiculous or something?
don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't
Of
be-
course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh,
Evening Shade. I think that was a big show. That was Burt Reynolds and
Oh yeah, that was really popular.
Mary
for a
Lou
while.
Henner?
Mary Lou Henner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guest spot on that.
And who was the guy who was in? He played Mr. Noodles. Oh shoot, he passed away a few years ago too.
Guy with
Michael Jeter.
the big bushy like
Yep.
mustache and
Michael Jeter.
Okay.
He was just funny. He also did
He
the
was just
drag
a-
queen in Fisher King.
yeah,
Is
he
it?
did a lot of
Yes.
Sesame Street.
And I
Nice to
remember
meet
him, the computer expert in Drop Zone. It was a Wesley Snipes movie.
Oh, okay. I don't know why, but the guy's he seemed to do a little bit of everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
was it King of Queens that they mentioned Derek Jeter when they were going to look for a new bed? And he goes, And the guy, just to make a sale, he's like, yeah, Derek Jeter came in and bought one of these. And she's like, oh, Derek Jeter. And she lays on the bed and he goes, and he goes, it's not like Jeter comes with the bed, honey.
That's like when Costanza bought that LeBaron because
yeah.
John Voight. John Voight's bear.
John Voight.
Didn't he spell his name Jon, not John?
Oh man.
Oh brother.
Oh man. I'm just
Okay,
trying to see
it
what
said
this.
Ted McGinley was a voice in the Justice League cartoon. Tom Turbine.
Tom Turbine, yeah.
Really?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. But I'll tell you what, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that Brave and the Bold. It's kind of a little slapsticky Batman cartoon, kind of.
Okay.
It's fun. I like it. Interesting. Oh yeah, there. I don't know if it'll have his voice in here or not, but
Papa Pete's got a premiere showing 15 minutes after we end.
Yeah,
Everyone
I finally got it done.
Everyone needs to show up for that. I like your thumbnail too.
Thank you.
Cool.
My kids have been trying to get me to do better thumbnails.
The kids are always pushing for better YouTube stuff, aren't they, Pete?
Information in the title, not in the thumbnail.
Aha.
Keep it simple, stupid.
here we go. Tom Turbo.
Wait,
Tom.
if what they said is true, defeating Ray could destroy this reality and everything in it.
Including us.
That's Wildcat.
I guess the guy with the big T on his chest is Tom Turbine.
Tom Turbine.
That's T for Ted.
Yeah.
That's like.
So he did play himself.
So that's like, who's the boss? So Tony, yeah, or Ted in this one.
Oh man.
He was in a Scooby-Doo TV movie. Played Uncle Thorny.
Yes.
Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster.
Yep. Yep. Let me see if I can.
The Mentalist. I'm liking that show.
Yeah, I watched The Mentalist. It was good. I like that show.
Yeah, when they started chasing after that serial killer, was that Red John? That's when I thought it jumped, went off the rails.
Right.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. What was that? Scooby-Doo and what?
Let me go back to it. Curse of the Lake Monster.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. I was watching Nerdrotic, and they were talking about that horrible Mandalorian episode with Christopher Lloyd in it, and that's how they were like, it was like an episode of Scooby-Doo when they caught him in the end, and he's like, I never got away with it too if it wasn't for it. So horrible. Pete, what did you think of that episode? Did you watch Mandalorian still or what?
Oh God, yeah, I watched it all. It was it wasn't my favorite episode, but
it was a horrid episode.
It was great.
It was
just totally off kilter, off base of everything else of the show.
Oh my God. And they've basically just torn the Mandalorian down to nothing. And now it's all about her. It's like, why would you do that? Why? And nobody else can take their helmets off. I'm like, what?
So the only thing I'd ask was, did they waste Christopher Lloyd in that episode?
Yes.
Because some shows they'll bring on a pretty good big name and they're just there just to draw viewers.
Yep.
It was really off the wall. It was just so different than everything else that I didn't particularly enjoy it, but it wasn't that. I mean, it could be worse.
Oh, it was horrible.
Okay.
I mean, a piece of shit, still a piece of shit.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Well,
it's just
from every piece of shit, there's a little bit of fertilizer,
right. So bury it. Never see it again.
Oh no, it comes back in a different form.
It's like that. So you're saying it's like that old saying: you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit,
Chicken shit.
no matter how much mayonnaise you put in it. Gotcha.
I've got a mystery. See if you guys can solve it.
Okay.
I was in a bathroom and there was a trash can there, and on the trash can it said "for trash only." So what do you think happened in that bathroom, in that trash can, for them to have put that sign on it?
Oh. Somebody deuced it.
Exactly.
I gotta sincerely ask though, a person who would deuce the garbage can, they really give a rat's ass if there's a freaking sign on it?
No. They might like it even better that way.
That's right.
Now the question is, was it a tall trash can or was it a short trash can? Because if it's
And
tall, you're going to be, dangling.
And can you really make the argument that that's not trash? Well, I don't want it. I'm discarding it. Nobody wants it. It's trash.
Go back to Lance's thing. Depending on the position that garbage can's in, is whether or not you're going to look at the person and go, "You asshole," or you're going to look at them and go, "Oh."
Hey.
Well, let me tell you, it's like a rectangle. It's very narrow, and then the lid, the opening, kind of comes straight out. It's not one of those where it kind of collapses in.
Oh yeah,
it's very narrow, and then the hole's like right here. So I guess you could lift that top off and do your business,
or just poop on the floor and pick it up. I guess I don't know.
You're not doing it through that hole. I guarantee you.
Somebody needed great aim. That's what you're saying. Challenge accepted. They do
trash. I can do that.
Instead of this,
maybe you just angle it. You kind of take the lid off and angle it.
Hey, I saw a movie this weekend.
What did you see?
I saw Air.
Ah.
Okay, the Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty well done. It was decent.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really have any interest in the story because I don't know, shoes being named after an athlete doesn't really excite me too much.
And you went why?
We went with another couple.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of there at the time we had dinner and then that. But it actually turned out pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It just was throwing me when I had no interest. Okay. Why did you go?
You never know what you're going to find.
We were having a brief conversation with my daughter last night, and I know that she knows, as my son knows, how I feel about all the Marvel stuff. I keep it a mystery from you guys, but I think it's shit. So I'll just let you know that now. But anyway,
I think shit counters at 3 or 4 now.
That should, and it should all have Marvel or Star Wars in the same sentence. Current, and then Star Wars or place Marvel in. So we told her that we were going to go and see the new Guardians this coming weekend. And then Christine was saying something over the top of her. I go, whoa. Shh, stop. What? She said, we're going to go see it on Saturday. You said, she goes, oh, I was just saying, I'm surprised Dad's going to go and see it. I was like, that's what I thought you said. They went and saw it last Thursday. She liked it. But like I told JD today, I'm like, I'll just have to, because it was written before a lot of the other stuff, as I've said before.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's been delayed,
and it was delayed, right?
Well, I figure of all the Marvel properties, that one might have the best saving grace for you because of the soundtracks.
Right. Although that second one, when my friend saw it before I did, and she said, the one thing that really hit me was that the soundtrack in the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, it wasn't as much a character as it was in the first film. In the first film, it was like a part of the cast. She said, but in this new one, it was just, in the second one, she was like, it's just kind of there.
Maybe that's because they used Fleetwood Mac's The Chain about a dozen times in the.
Oh, I don't understand when they do that stuff. I don't get it. Like when they used Led Zeppelin twice in the Thor movie, and Ragnarok. I'm like, people.
Wait, same song?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
It's stupid, is what it is.
You rarely see or hear a song.
Yeah,
twice in a movie.
yeah. In the beginning, they used
Thor
it,
did, and yeah,
and in the
then-
end, in Ragnarok, they used it again in the end during another fight. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about too. Is when these corporations don't step any further out and find something. You have an opportunity in a movie like that or a project like that to really help push forward some new music and bands that are younger that people should be going to see, instead of pushing old bands out, forcing them to go out and use backing tracks or just plain sucking because, we want to see them again. You're like, look for something new. And then everybody's like, well, you don't ever hear any good music anymore because you're not looking for it. So you would think that these movies would help artists out and maybe think a little. Hire somebody like me to go, hey, are there some good bands out there? There sure is. Why don't you check out for Thor? How about Hammerfall? It's in the name. So, I don't know. Hammerfall, Sonata Arctica. These aren't new bands either. I mean, these bands have been out. Those couple of bands have been out for, 15, 20 years. But, they're younger and they're just as cool. So, just like on, just that what made me happy about, even though they're about 20 years old too. That's what made me happy about Cobra Kai. They used Airborne. That was so cool. So cool.
JWD, JD knows about that. We were talking about it with him a while back. Hopefully it'll come to the Switch soon for him. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you hear about this? Christine was telling me about, who was it that was going to be, that's working with Dolly on this. So, there's a bunch of different artists, but
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker.
Well, her new album is called like Rockstar or something like that. Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember who Christine told me about today. I don't know. I'd be surprised if Bryan Adams isn't on it, and Dave Grohl. You would think they would be on it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do a little research on that, and then hopefully maybe I can have her when I return on my show. That would be cool. What's our time right now? 17. Okay, we still got a few minutes.
12 minutes.
He could show up still. Did you want to send him a refresher note?
I don't think he's interested.
I think he's totally interested. He just doesn't know about it. Kind of like when I told my buddy, I go, did you get a hold of him? I texted him, call him.
Well, it's probably still working. I mean, heck, it's only 6, a quarter after
You're
6
right.
out here.
Yeah, you're right.
He's probably just jumped from show number 3 to show number 4 for the day.
I mean, they might as well, Saboteur. They own it all. Just do whatever you want with it. That's what they're doing anyway. I mean,
really.
why not just chew them both up and then spit them out into a garbage can where you should just put trash?
Oh, that would have been cool if they had had the whatever it is that they did when the Avengers went back in time and brought everybody back before the snap. If it brought back Han Solo,
he'd have been like, what the hell? Put me back. We brought you back. Why?
So you won't have Kylo Ren. That's why you stole him.
Could you hurry up and kill your kid? Ass.
What if they mashed the two universes together and put them on Love Boat?
Now that would be bitching.
And bring back Ted McGinley as Ace.
What are you talking about? They already have.
As long as you have Ted Lang on there too.
Yeah, he's still around, Ted Lang.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. When people he was asked to be like some signing event.
Yeah.
Or not only that, but just like interviews.
Yeah.
He was charging like $200. So I think that's why you don't see him on interviews.
Wow.
Like, wow, you're charging people to do an interview with you? This is before Cameo.
Wow.
Hey, I wonder if he's on Cameo.
Well, let's check it out.
That'd be the perfect spot.
But is Ted McGinley on Cameo?
See, we're bringing it all back, Salvatore. Don't worry. Ted Lang is 75.
Yeah. Theodore William Lang III, born in Oakland, California.
I'm afraid Ted McGinley is not on Cameo.
Ted Lang is. So hilarious. What did I say he charged for doing an
200.
interview? Yep.
$268.
Book a personalized video. $200.
Wow.
I wonder how often he gets that paid.
He's got one like they have show previews.
Wonder if he's got any coupons.
Yeah, they have previews.
No, yeah, they do. But on two of his previews, he's wearing a mask. I'm like, aren't you in a room by yourself?
That's true. Yeah.
Why is he wearing a mask?
Well, you out in a restaurant or something doing this cameo?
I don't think you understand what the masks are for.
I mean, you're talking full costume mask, right? Not COVID mask.
Can you imagine spending $200? Yeah. Can you imagine spending $200 and you get a video of Ted Lang wearing a mask? You can't even see his face.
How do you know it's him?
Exactly.
I mean, is that what it is?
It's just some random guy going,
yeah,
you're the greatest.
I could just see that meeting. So yeah, just you could just wear this mask would be great, and then just like be like me,
See, that
You'll
just
be
would
great.
say that Ted McGinley doesn't need Cameo.
I don't think I can pull it up. Just don't for me. It'd be like, yeah, just don't raise your hands.
Here's another Ted on Cameo, Jeff, which might interest you, and it's only $101 Canadian. Ted Simmons.
Oh wow.
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinal Hall of Famer catcher.
Right. He was one of my favorite players as a kid. I was so when his first year he was eligible to the Hall of Fame, he received so few votes that they kicked him off the voting.
Robert,
it wasn't until the
I saw that. Yeah.
Which is it wasn't until the old timers group got together and they finally voted him in. It's like he was one of the best.
Just like the guy from was it Odd Couple? Had kids in their 70s.
Tony Randall. Yeah.
Randall. Yeah.
Wow.
Tony Randall.
That's
one of my favorites.
2020.
Went to dinner this week. My meal was so good, I didn't even notice everyone else's wasn't. What?
Well, okay.
What did you have?
That's an amazing avatar. Just got this wrong.
So Pete, Ted Simmons is $75 here.
We could do that.
Willie McGee's also on here. I've seen him before. Willie McGee. What's he charging? Pete, you need to be on here.
I'm just trying to figure out what Ted McGinley could come in and be in a movie like this. He could be the mastermind behind it. They should make him the new Kang now that Kang got busted for choking some woman with his phone. See, there's another one right there. There's another one, that guy.
Who?
The guy who played Kang in the Ant-Man movie I will never watch.
Hey, Roger Matthews.
Hey, Raj.
Hey. Roger Dodger.
Yeah, he got busted for choking some woman because she grabbed his phone or something, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't that bad, or it wasn't. And you're like, oh, good God. Okay. It's just people doing stupid shit. Just doing stupid shit. Oh, there you go. A kid at 83.
At that point, it's basically a great grandchild you're having.
Well, yeah, I mean, what? Hey, welcome to. Hey,
like
where
that scene, like the Marlon Brando scene in Godfather. What was it, like an orchard or something?
Yes.
Heels over.
Yeah, they're out in the garden. Yeah.
So wait, if he was 83, how old's his wife who's having the kid?
50. I don't know.
Old enough to know better. So you would hope. And how did they? I don't want to talk about it.
I know Jerry Springer's not around to solve that mystery. Neither is Maury
No,
Povich.
right? Jerry'd get down to the meat of this thing.
Maury Povich, he did like a woman. She's swearing up and down. It's this guy. It's this guy. I know it is. It's the only person possible, and it's not that guy.
Oh no! There's one that's better than that, Jeff. There's one where they brought this gal in. They brought her back 3 times with 4 different dudes each time. It's this guy. Nope. Okay. Nope. It's one of these guys. Nope. Next. Nope.
Man, she was busy during that time period.
No
I also
TV.
like he always would turn to the woman who's like in tears at this point. Well, we all make mistakes. That's how you end up on my show.
Now wait a minute. The Curse of the Lake Monster is a live action?
You look like it.
Early 30s, and he's 83. Ooh, boy. Tiffany Chen, is that his wife?
That's legendary status right there, unless she's a mail order bride.
Tiffany Chen, never heard of this person. First thing popped up is a picture of Robert De Niro.
Well, no wonder why Robert De Niro's making crappy movies. He has to pay for his kid.
That's funny when that does happen sometimes where you'll hear about, you're like, why is this guy making such terrible movies? And it's like, oh, find out later because he had a lot of bills and you need to get them paid.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's his girlfriend. Yeah. I don't know who his wife is, though.
It's not as bad as Nick Cannon. You know who Nick Cannon is, Jeff or Stu?
Wasn't he on Nickelodeon?
Oh, yeah.
He was on Nickelodeon, but he's like the host of The Masked Singer. There was an article that came out. He's got 12 kids, so he has to make roughly $100 million a year.
Holy hell.
Pay all of his child support.
Pay off all the different baby mamas. And
oh, my gosh.
I don't think that's
his saying.
Any one woman either, does it?
Probably not.
Back to Maury Povich. Remember the time that both possible dads came up positive because they were identical twins?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God, that is a classic.
What did you do there? Point?
Well, she kept it in the family.
Hey, it really didn't matter when you think about it.
I mean, that's what the girl was saying about Michael Jackson when he had got the inspiration for Billie Jean, because the woman had jumped his wall and was lounging by the pool, and then when he went out there to tell her to vamoosque, then she starts spouting off that he was the father of one of her twins.
One of them, huh?
So how do you know which one? So yeah.
Yes, I do remember Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
That used to be the sign when Kukla, Fran, and Ollie come on. Cartoons on Saturday morning were over.
I watched this show all the time as a kid, but I never liked it. It's like the cartoons on it were terrible. I don't know who was making these things.
Did they show cartoons?
I think they did, didn't they?
It was the very end of the day. It was the last show on CBS here, and like 2:30 in the afternoon or something like that. Then when that was done, that was it for cartoons. Like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, and it's like, I don't know, unless you're into the wide world of sports, that was it for the day.
Wild World of Sports. They only showed things I didn't like.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You had the Agony of Defeat, and
the opening was the only part that I watched.
And Harlem Globetrotters every other episode.
Now wait a minute.
Wasn't Kukla Thunder the Barbarian?
No.
Thunder the Barbarian.
Did Kukla, Fran, and Ollie break up and they all went up their separate ways? I wonder if
I heard Ollie had a coke habit that really messed him up.
Kukla had buck teeth. Yeah.
That one's not going anywhere. No. Ollie had a coke problem. That's not going to go anywhere. Wasn't Kukla on Thundar the Barbarian? That's beautiful, Roger. That's beautiful. I liked Thundar the Barbarian. What was the other one? There was Thundar and there was Black Star. That was pretty cool too.
Well, we've hit it. We've hit this 8:31 here.
Oh wow!
And Pete's got a premiere coming up.
I do in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
I made it 15 minutes extra. I was almost made a little bit more than that thing. We might go overtime talking about such an amazing thing as Ted McGinley, but it just didn't seem to work out that way.
It just didn't seem to work.
We got it all fit in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've learned how to do that.
Yeah, you put something on the thumbnail, you talk about it for 5-10 minutes, and
then
talk about pooping in the trash can.
Pooping in the trash can.
And how somebody putting aside "do not poop in the trash can" is going to make people. Oh, okay then.
Oh well, okay.
I didn't clue into that myself. I do too, Stash Net. That's awesome.
I can accept that challenge. Thank you very much.
I don't think there's too many YouTube channels spending the entire show about, well, maybe 20 minutes about Ted McGinley.
Well, it always came back.
Oh yeah,
It came back.
We kept coming back to Ted.
But I mean, he's still working. You know, hats off to him.
So I know he has a
Steady work.
son. So I'm feeling like his son's going to bump into this somehow and then send it to Ted. That's my guess.
Hey, that's my pie.
That's my pie.
Nice.
Game gone. Full circle Ted. Yep.
Brian F.
All right.
Trying to see if I don't think that's him. I think he only did Aquaman in a certain episode. I was just checking it out, and he sounds really rough. He's like, you know, just like that. Doesn't even speak English.
Well, his vocal cords were blasted out from that Wayne World yell.
Right?
Plus, he's Aquaman. He's underwater.
Right?
It's hard to hear him.
Oh, he was in Mightfall. Mightfall, does that mean it had bat mite in it? That must be what it meant.
I want to say a special thank you to Salvatore today, too, because I noticed today Salvatore signed up as a member on my channel today. I really appreciate that, Salvatore.
Very cool. Very cool.
Did we figure out Ted's first acting? Yeah, it was literally Happy Days.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because he
was a model before that.
He had some modeling work in GQ. Someone, I guess, from the network saw him and liked his look, so they contacted him. He was also up for another show at the same time, but he went with Happy Days, and the other show was done in about 6 episodes. And I think he got 3 or 4 years out of Happy Days. So
yeah, that's kind of weird. He wasn't on one and it failed.
Exactly. The irony.
See? The M Network show was awesome, Papa Pete, yesterday. I'm working on Sears and television games and got soccer today. Just need roulette, checkers, backgammon, and hockey.
Those are 4 pretty tough ones to get. Hockey's a meh. Roulette, checkers, and backgammon are the ones that everybody's looking for. You get them, you grab them because they're hard to come by. And as far as the M Network, thank you very much. We had fun with that, Jeff, didn't we? I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And that's the video that I'm premiering at whatever time it is in your time zone at 15 minutes to the hour, coming right up, is my video on M Network and my take on the entire sale and
nice.
And I go through all the games but talk about what I think about this whole deal and how it's going to change my life.
Did you curse in it, Pete?
I did not curse in it.
Missed opportunity.
I don't curse a lot.
Why the hell not?
I don't know.
Get your shit together.
Fuck knows.
Yeah, everyone loves him on Married with Children, apparently.
Oh yeah, he was.
Well, especially when he played. I gotta look it up. Gotta find the episode where he played Prince Paco.
Prince Paco.
And Norman Jablonski. Married with Children.
Jablonski. All right. Well, there you go. You got 10 minutes. We'll head out now. 10 minutes. Peach video will be up. So head on over to his channel. And we will see you guys later. Oh, by the way, Friday, doing a live show with Pete. We're doing Star Path Supercharger games for the Atari 2600.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
Wow.
Good
Well,
game.
okay. Then I guess we should end with this.
There. Find the dastardly Captain Courage and bring him here that he might pay for abducting my bride-to-be and causing me this uneven tan.
Though he did not know who I was.
Look at that hair he had. That's pretty sharp.
Well, that's a good place to end right there.
There you go.
Gotta love him.
All right.
That's awesome.
We'll see you
Well,
guys.
thanks, Ted.
Corey,
For
thanks,
guys.
considering.
Yes.
If
Thank-
Ted's
big
out
thank you.
there, thanks.
Coco's
Ted.
waving too. Wave, go, go.
Wave.